Good. 1, 2. Good. And I'm not going to do anything different because we're recording it. Okay? Here. Here I'm going to go here. Uppercut. Left hook. Okay, so come on. Again. That's right. Take your time. 1. Good. This is inside. He's come inside. So say you jab. 1, then he counters. Now, 1, 2. All right? So you jab. Good. You jab. Good. Okay, now you throw a jab and cross. 1, 2. He counters. You throw the left hook. Throw the left hook. You counter and cross.
Okay.
So once you go 1, 2. He counters with a hook.
Yeah.
You counter with a hook because it's natural. Once he's here, you're loaded for the hook.
Right, okay.
Turn into it and cross. Okay? So take your time. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. No, come right back to the left hook.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? So you go 1, 2. 1, 2. Feel it. Turn away from it. Turn away from it. And come back. Whack. Whack. You see? So you catch it, but turn your body and load at the same time.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Good. There you go. Again. 1, 2. That's all right. Take your time. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right from where you are. One more time. One more time. Just like that. Good. Good. See, it feels unnatural, but say if you're here, generally people won't throw a left hook with the hand up. They're so concerned with throwing the left hook. With power, this comes down.
Right.
They don't throw it on paper, yes.
Yeah.
But what happens is they're coming and they throw the jab, bang, and then this comes down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Comes right about here to expose the temple. That's generally what happens.
Okay.
Once this comes and you catch, whack, if you feel it, if you throw it right, ha, ha, it's this chain reaction.
Okay.
Right? Okay. A few more times, same thing. 1, 2, 1, good. Yeah? Good. Right, one more time, you're loading up good with the right hand. Go. Good. That's good. That's good. What you want to do is people don't worry about things at the same time equally.
Yeah.
So this is why I like kind of talking, because they can get this idea, they can get the theory.
Okay.
You see people throw a jab, and they'll throw a jab from the front. It looks like they're committing to the jab.
Yeah.
If you look at it from the side, they're doing this. Right? So the people in the camera, so you people can see. You'll see somebody throwing a jab like this, and it looks like they're committing. If you look at them from the side, their body's back. Psychologically, that means they have a love-hate relationship with violence. They want to hit you, but they're worried about you hitting them. So you get this kind of retraction thing going on. A person throws the right hand, and their hands are like this, and then the right hand comes, and then this hand comes back.
Yeah.
Or they throw a left hook, and then this hand comes down. If you catch it right then, quickly, you catch them in between them coming back to the defense.
Is that why in street fights they do that? They fight like this?
Yeah, exactly. And don't forget the thumb being out. They got to put the thumb up too. Right? You know, they got the thumb up. And that's why they want to hit you, but they don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
I don't like getting hit, but people are like, oh man, you know, how can I not get hit? I don't know. I don't know how you're not going to get hit. You keep it to a minimum. You try not to get hit clean, but pressure on top of the head. Anybody says you can avoid that, ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, so from here, you're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. He throws a wild body shot, but his face is here. Once he throws it, you uppercut, left hook.
Okay.
Because what happens is, when someone throws a wild body shot, they're throwing right here.
Okay.
The thing is when they're winding up, you see all this, and the individual getting hit is so concerned with the power, they miss the opportunity, right? So you're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. When this comes, uppercut, left hook, okay? 1, 2, good. Go. Good, nice. And, good. And one more. So go 1, 2. Good. How's your hand feel? Good. All right, so defense. And relax with your breathing. We throw the uppercut. Catch it with the elbow. He's catching it with the elbow because someone throws the uppercut, is an old street thing of mine. You put your elbow in the way, damages the hand. All right? So that's why he's doing it. I almost forgot that you're there, right? But that's why he's turning this way. Okay? So we're going to go 1, 2. 1 and 2. And then here and here. And then straight. Good. So, 1, 2. Just wild shots. If you get hit on top of the head, doesn't matter. Good. Relax your breathing. Good. Big breaths through your nose. Expand your lungs. A lot of times in life itself, we breathe shallow. We don't realize how shallow we're breathing. We almost never take deep breaths. You know what I mean? We're going like this. In your everyday life, we don't go. Good. Okay. 1, 2. Good. Yeah. Okay. Put the hook with it. Go. Good. Yeah. Good. Now, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. He throws a wild shot, uppercut, left hook. 1, 2. Take your time, ready, go.
Uppercut, left hook.
1, 2, 3. 3. Good, very good. Good. How your hand feel?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. One more time like that, and I'm gonna have to camera, go. Good. Relax. Good. Again, they're going to benefit from this impromptu class. That's why in Detroit, they call the Philly Shell the Detroit Rock. Because of you rocking. Philadelphia, they call it the Philly Shell. Detroit's Detroit Rock. Philly Shell was never meant, another thing, I was going to make this for another video, but I'll say it now. The Philly Shell was never meant to use your legs. Never meant to use your legs. The whole purpose of the Philly Shell, people, whole purpose of the Philly Shell was to stay where you are and use your hips and swivel. It was never meant to do this, to move around like that. Now, I'm not criticizing, I gotta say this. I'm not criticizing Floyd Mayweather. Floyd moved because he was naturally a smaller man. He's small. Take aside my feelings about him personally as a selfish person he is, but at 155 soaking wet, he was smaller than most people. About the only person he was bigger than at welterweight was Marquez. Everybody else he was smaller, so he had to move eventually. But the original Philly Shell was meant to stand there in the pocket and pick off, which is why Detroit calls that same style the Detroit Rock. Thank you, the Detroit Rock. Rocking in place. You don't use a lot of your feet. Sometimes you have to back up, but when you back up, you go 1 and then pivot. 1, then step off. It was not a whole lot of retreating, okay? So that's a little tidbit for you on the history of the Philly Shell and Detroit. And by the way, it's ironic they call it the Philly Shell, but both James Toney and Mayweathers are from Michigan, aka Detroit, right? So they don't even call it the Philly Shell. All right. 1, 2, 3. 3. I'm sorry, my fault. I got ready already. Okay. 1, 1, 2. Now we're going to add something to this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. 3. He counters. uppercut, left hook, then he moves off, crack. Okay? Take your time. 1, 2, 3, slow. 1, 2, crack. Good. Again. 3, 1, 2, crack. Good. Again. Good. Like you're in a fight. Good. One more time. Good. Very good. Very good. Always like you're in a fight, in the fight, in the fight. You know, pads need to be, I'm forgetting it there again. Pads need to be like gloves. Like gloves. You need to use them like gloves, not just back like this. Okay? So we're going to demonstrate how to use them as like gloves. Okay? So you got to emulate the fight. So if I'm here and I'm like this and he move. Now uppercut. Good. Get it? So we're in here. I'm in here. Nice. And you push a little bit. Come around here again. Present it. Good. And right here, and you present them when you're ready. And one more time. You're in here, you're moving around, present them. Good. Okay? That's that for the pads. We'll be right back with some other stuff. All right, touch up. We can.
He's so loud.
Huh?
So loud.
What'd you say?
He's so loud.
I didn't hear you.
You saw that.
I saw that. Go! Go!
Oh, man.
Good. Good work. Whew. Come here. Come over here. That's my car right there. Say hi, Ricard.
Hello.